It has always bugged me that the best sources of combat XP in OSRS weren't bosses, but low-level enemies with lots of health. Cows, sand crabs, experiments. It makes sense though, I get that. In a game that rewards XP for raw combat damage, you want things you can hit hard and hit a lot. Is that really how players want to experience the game though? I've been doing a ton of Vorkath, easily one of my favorite experiences in OSRS. So I figured I would calculate how many kills I would need to get to max range. From 92 to 99, it would take nearly 1500 kills with about 4500 XP for each kill. Now, this isn't terrible, but I just get this nagging feeling that why should I bother? I could go AFK in Nightmare Zone for better rates and still break even on money. Why are some of the toughest bosses in the game the worst XP? Shouldn't players be rewarded for kills and more than just money? Shouldn't they want to make that the focus of their leveling instead of AFKing Nightmare Zone or low-level enemies? I propose that bosses should give increased XP rates, or even better, a percentage lump sum upon killing them based on the combat styles and skills used. You killed Vorkath with range? Here's an extra 500 range XP. Kill Zulrah splitting between range and mage? Take 250 XP each. An XP reward based upon how you kill a boss not only would encourage more players to grind challenging content instead of underleveled content, it could open a whole new meta encouraging players to kill bosses with different styles. Sure, Vorkath gives great cash and it isn't too bad with ranged gear, but what if you were 99 range and for a small time loss you could instead get significant combat XP by killing Vorkath with melee? What if it was taken even further and certain milestone kills on a boss rewarded chunks of XP, encouraging earlier bossing and adding further rewards to bosses that might now be considered more out of date or not worth the trouble? I would have loved this. It would have been a huge draw to me to start bossing earlier instead of just setting out and maxing certain skills before I would even consider it. Now let's talk some of the issues behind it. The first one that throws a huge wrench into this is Slayer. In many ways, the Slayer skill fills the role of bossing lagging behind other experiences. Sure, you don't get combat XP, but you get Slayer XP and points, and you get to use things like the Slayer helmet on task, effectively speeding up your XP anyway. Second is that bosses are designed to be financially rewarding already. I'd consider this the most common argument. You are already getting great financial rewards, why do you need increased XP too? I understand this, especially since at a certain point, XP doesn't matter anymore, but money always will. I'd argue that gaining XP as a reward, rather than just a small participation amount, encourages better gaming habits. Variation, experimentation. It gets lower level players that might not be able to kill a boss for financial gain a reason to still attempt them. It would help carry them between kills at a loss until they get either a significant drop or raise their levels enough to begin killing them more efficiently. I can't think of any other game where beating some of the toughest challenges in the game rewards such little experience towards improving the player. Why does it have to be this way? Players should want to do bosses for more than just cash. Bosses should reward XP on the same level as money. Bosses should give more XP.
Hey, I'm Grant. I make these little discussion videos on OSRS every Saturday in my spare time with my views as a more casual player. A like and a subscribe goes a long way to make sure these keep coming out, and if you ever want to, you can contact me in-game under the same name if you ever just want to chat or lend any advice. Hope to see you around the channel, and I'll be back again next Saturday.